You guys can hear. Okay, so I'm just going to turn off the noise gate for this because I need to reconfigure it for the new setup. So, hey guys, it's been a while. Now, couple of things. First, I need to reconfigure the screen I'm displaying GBGW on because in case you didn't notice, it's a little cut off. Up until this point, I've had multiple monitors to do my streaming. Right now, I'm at a temporary setup where I only have access to one monitor, so I don't have as much leeway as I normally do. So what I'm going to do is just kind of reconfigure that really quick, and then we'll get on to the video, because otherwise I don't really have much of a way to do this. Yeah, what can you do? This is all very last minute. I was kind of rushing to get this going. So, and because there's no noise gate, you'll hear me doing the odd tapping on my computer. Capture, automatic. Don't want the cursor. So this stream is going to be just a touch on the scuff side, but let's be real, which one isn't these days, right? We'll just overlay that temporarily for now. Close enough, I think. Close enough? Close enough. Okay. All is good. We have game audio. Let me just start feeding that through here. No? You don't want to... Should be the right hook. Okay, I think we're good. Hopefully it's not too misbalanced. I can always change that as we go along. Anyways, settle yet. I should have done this before, but let's hindsight 2020, right? Music's loud? Yeah. Is that better? Maybe a little lower. Okay. It's been a while since I hopped on to GBGW. Lots of stuff has changed. Kshatriya got itself its alteration. Strike Freedom got alteration. Yeah, lots of stuff happened. Yeah, okay. So we got a few things to go over. We'll do the normal cycle. We'll do welfare, then we'll check out the shop, gacha, and whatever's in the alteration pool. Although this time we do have the No Name Astray to look at, so we'll do that as well. Okay. So our welfare is the Hamahama. Low volume's low. Well, do you want it louder? Because it can go louder. And actually, let me just change the chat here real quick to live. Perfect. Do you think the quad funnel alt is good? Here's the thing. I haven't actually got it to test it yet, and the only reason I haven't is because I don't have the alteration tools on hand. All of them were used on the Strike Freedom instead. Yeah, I don't really collect alteration tools, so haha, whoops. Okay, so we'll start with the Hamahama. When attacking with beam shooting, yeah, it's a flat number. That's not going to be very useful. It is a nice looking mono I head though. Intimidating. Numerically, actually pretty average for a welfare. If anything, maybe just a smidge over the average shot attack, so that's not too bad. Mid-range for space. Mid-range is not the most common tag to see, so that's nice. For space, don't really like the 4 tags, but cool. Oh, Luigi, thanks for the donation, bud. Okay. Torso. Did I not? I could have swore I hooked my donation stuff. There. It's just really delayed. Good to know. Really delayed. While mid-range, enemy EX skill penetration reduced. That was really loud, actually. Give me a sec here. I should modify that so it's not so deafeningly loud. There it is. Is there any way to just make that not deaf? No, I guess there's really no way to make that not deafeningly loud. That's not very helpful. Thanks, OBS. Thanks, OBS. I'll have to figure that out some other time. Okay. While mid-range, enemy EX skill penetration reduced 22%. Okay. I'm not really the biggest... Yeah, the torso looks really cool. I don't know about it being IBO, but it looks cool. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I can see some people enjoying this as it makes you stagger less, but I think that really depends on the person. Mid-range force space again. Numerically, it's a much more defensive torso than what we normally see from welfare suits. Carryover puts it more or less at the average numbers, so that's not too bad actually. It's like 770 or so melee attack, 850, 900 shot. It's not too bad. Welfare torso. Arms. Wired beam cannon DB. Okay. B power means that it could potentially be good, but again, it really depends on the implementation of it all. Yeah, low cooldown at least. Numerically, obviously melee is really nothing to write home about. As for shot attack, less than 1,000. For a welfare though, it is pushing some decent numbers. Not the best, but pretty okay. Okay. Legs. With speed attribute, shooting crit rate boost. Not the biggest fan of shooting crit rate. Not the biggest fan of crit rate in general. The back of the legs look interesting, but the front of the legs, it looks like a really awkward skirt. Numerically, it's a pair of legs. Mid-range Xeon. It's neat seeing the Xeon tag finally added in, once we're more or less done with the main frame. Okay. Backpack. With speed attribute, 28% chance not to recoil. I don't like this very much. I don't think this trait's useful at all. Mileage may vary. Numerically, it's a backpack. Mid-range Xeon. Okay. So it has some interesting tags on the main frame. Mid-range is not the most common thing to see, so it's nice to see more availability coming to us, especially in the form of a welfare. So, yeah. Beam Saber for the Hamahama. When attack is beam melee power boosted. Yeah, it's a free 25%. Yeah, personally I would get this to EX10. That's just a free 25% boost. It's obviously not as high as what you can get from the gacha, because those can go up to 30 to 35%, but it's also infinitely easier to get this to EX10 than a gacha part. Wow, shocker. Who would have thought? Numerically, nothing to write home about, and tags are the same as the torso, or the main frame, I should say. Oh, Mega Particle Cannon, and it has D power. Bye. Numerically carries over about 500 melee, 500 shot. So for a welfare, you know, gives you some pocket numbers. Nothing extremely amazing, but it's okay. Definitely okay. Overall, the Hamahama, I'd say it's maybe just a smidge above average. So that's actually pretty good, all things considered, because we get a welfare every week. So, yeah, nice. What else is in the shop? High firepower, GM type, high mobility, support type, and 4 base. Oh, I definitely need more high mobility, that's for sure. Okay. And we have build the burning, gold frame. Is this the Amatsu Mina, or is it just gold? No, it's just gold frame. And the wing endless waltz. Okay. I don't think any of those suits had like terribly good stuff. Hey Sean, yeah, no, I like doing these videos. It's nice. You know, it gives me kind of something to do every week. You know, it's nice to just kind of chill and talk Gundam, but yeah, it's been a hassle. And just so you guys know, this also isn't the last move. This is kind of like a halfway move, I guess is the best way to put it. So I'm temporarily here for about a month or two, maybe 3, and then I'll be moving to another place. And hopefully the internet works there as well as it does here. I did splurge a little bit when I was getting my internet plan set up here, because this place has fiber. So I get 500 up, 500 down. So streaming is definitely something I'm able to do now with ease. Because before, when I was streaming, I was working on a 15 megabit upload line. Now I have well over 10 times that. So yeah, I can stream 4K. Not that I would. That's a ridiculous waste of everything ever. Okay, back to this. Let's pop on over to the gacha. Yes, actually, Dallum, that's exactly it. Having to move for work. So I only have so much control over it. But it will stop soon, and it should be much more stable after that. When I move into the next place, I may actually do kind of a more casual stream, because I've only ever really done the Gunpla stuff, with the very rare occasions where I split off to do other things, you know, playing other games. I may start doing more casual stuff, but we'll wait until the future for that. Also, I know I should be doing the live stream stuff, but just before I move on, I've talked to somebody about getting some emotes done for the YouTube chat and Discord. So if you guys have any ideas, hop in the Discord and let me know in the GBGW channel, or when this live stream has finished and you can leave comments, throw them there. Normally I'd say put them in the live chat and I'll read them, but there may be some good ideas in there, and I really don't want to have to scour this video to find them again. I hope you understand. Alright, let's look at the Double O Diver. With power attribute, enemy shooting power reduced by 30%. That's something I would put on a second or third suit, not a primary damage dealer suit, as there's better traits to have for offensive power. But you know, being able to reduce the shooting power is pretty solid. No complaints. Also, you guys may notice sometimes that the camera kind of jiggles around. The desk that I'm on is different than my normal. My normal desk that I used to stream on was like thick friggin' wood. Like it was a heavy sucker. This one's like much thinner, more of a just above plywood level thing, so it's really light. Like I said, it's a temporary setup, so I didn't want to get something really heavy. So I'm used to moving my arms and stuff on the table when I'm talking, which causes everything to shake now. So just so you know what's up. I may want to bolt this down or something, or whatever. Okay. Anyways, numerically, oh hey, look at that. We actually have a decent shot attack on the head. Not terribly amazing, but quite decent considering it's a standard pull part. High mobility, pro tag, both of those are nice. They will both boost melee attack. Okay, cool. And we do have some really nice triggers with high mobility these days as well, so that may be worth looking into. Depends on your build. Gerber Straightened Tiger Pierce should definitely be an emote. Yeah, I have some ideas about what I think will work. But I obviously want like your guys' input, because you'll be using them a lot more than I will. So yeah, like I said, hop in the Discord, let me know if you got any really good ideas, or if this live stream's gone up and you can put comments and leave them there. So the head's okay, you know, for a standard pull part. I'd say it's actually pretty nice, all things considered. It doesn't have the best defensive trait, but numerically it's not bad. Has some interesting tags that work towards a melee build. Yeah. Twin rifle category, EX skill power boosted. Very easy these days to get twin rifles, at least in the high-end category, because almost every dual pistol's high-end. I say almost, because I'm pretty sure we had a welfare with dual pistols. But hey, you know, a free EX skill power boost. Why not? High mobility pro tag again. Numerically, this is actually not a bad torso. We're looking at about 1500 melee attack. Actually 1600 melee attack, about 1560, 1580 shot. It's pretty dope. Good torso. He's got a chest to be reckoned with. While high mobility, melee power boosted. Like I said, we got some really nice high mobility tags, or triggers, and this just adds to it. Nice. Numerically, alright, breaking 4K before we even put on any marks or anything. Not bad. It's got some shot attack to it as well. High mobility for computers. The for computers tag is kind of like a left field, what are you doing here? Maybe high firepower would have been better, but I guess Gunpla for computers is kind of like a passively existing tag, so okay. Alright, the numbers are nice, the trait's nice, tags are definitely workable. Okay. Miguel, Chibizan said fun emote. Yeah, remember, these are emotes. For tiny little things. They're not meant for full-sized images. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Saber Boomerang, B plus D. So this is not new, Slash and Hurl. And I've talked about them before. Because the first part of it is a melee swing, you can whiff it pretty easily. The second part's, it's a yeet light. And the reason I say that is because half of the damage is in the swing, and then half the damage is in the yeet. So it's a half yeet. Is it going to be bad? It really depends on the application. I think there's better EX skills you can get in the legs than this, especially from standard pool. Bisect comes to mind, among other things. So, like, it's not the best, but at least there's a throwing portion of it, so you don't have to worry about whiffing. High mobility for computers again. And numerically, nothing terribly amazing here. 1600 melee, actually no, it's legs, right? No, 1600 melee attack's good for a set of legs. I'd take that for $1. And beam attack, 900. Okay, yeah. This is weird, man. Seeing legs pushing up past 1K. Such a weird time to be alive. Trans Am unstable. Melee attack boost 29%, shot attack boost 19%. It's a balanced boost, all things considered, so okay, yeah, I'll take it. Heck. A power, yeah, nothing to really complain about here. Bog standard booster. Like, it'd be better if it just raised your melee attack, considering the rest of the suit's primary focus on it, but at least this gives people that run shooter builds, you know, something if they get it. You know, they can slap it on a secondary suit. High mobility for computers again, and numerically for backpack. It has a lot of melee to it. Okay. Weapons. Outfighter job, enemy melee power reduced. Much like the head part for the 00 diver, I wouldn't put this on a primary suit, but I would definitely put this on a backup suit, or a support suit, so to speak. High mobility for computers, okay. Numerically, hey, you know what, at least it's got some melee numbers on it, jeez. Yeah, we're getting actually pretty close to, like, actually, I would say this almost rivals some Sokai weapons. Granted, lower end Sokai weapons, but Sokai weapons nonetheless. That was pretty good. Feels like the OG Exia is still more solid. Maybe? I'd have to put them side by side to really compare it, but I know Trans Am Raid from the OG Exia's back is pretty friggin' dope, especially since it has alteration. Alright, when buffed, melee power boosted. So here's the thing, right? That counts for anything. That counts for your alpha, beta, gamma buffs. That counts for awakening buffs. That counts for cutscene buffs. So if you're if you have a cutscene that buffs you before you do anything, or you have another suit on your team that has like an AoE quick buff for everybody, this is a nice trait. Nice trait. Numerically, high mobility pro tag. Okay. Definitely workable tags. The pro tag's nice to see. And numerically, yeah, for a ticketable part, it's pretty good, all things considered, again, yeah. And the rifle mode sabers with power tribute, initial EX skill charge boost. Alright, I'll take it. High mobility pro tag, workable. And numerically, a little on the weaker side in terms of shot, but it is up there, you know, it breaks 9k. Again, ticketable part. Now, we do have ticketable parts that can break 10k once fully upgraded, if I recall correctly. Or maybe that's just Sokai pre-alteration. But I know we have some weapons that pass this number that aren't in the Sokai pool. So, it's not the best, it's not the worst. And, you know, it's got a nice healthy trait to it. Food for thought. Okay. So, it's definitely a melee suit. I'll give it that. It has some very interesting traits on it. I'm not so much a fan of the defensive style traits on it, but it is a breath of fresh air considering all the offensive-oriented ones we get access to. Yeah. Solid suit. Not as completely busted as some of the other suits that we've had in the pool before, but... Alright, let's take a look at the new Force Impulse. Back part EX skill power boosted. Was this truly necessary? Might be a self-destruct hybrid. Potentially. The thing is, like, you don't know until you use it. It's not as clear-cut as, like, for example, the Wing Gundam franchise's torsos that have the self-destruct, where it blatantly tells you you're going to take damage and tells you exactly how much. By it just mentioning, you know, prepare to take damage, I would say it probably does, but because it doesn't have the numbers that other skills that we know hurt us do, up in the air. Safe assumption, though. Safe assumption. Anyways, so Force Impulse Gundam Head. Gotta say that trait's actually pretty nice. Numerically, what are we looking at here? Shot attack, breaks 4k after alteration, or not alteration, after, gear. That's the word. You get rusty when you don't talk about something for like a month. Alright, cool. It's got the numbers, pro tag, close combat. Really weird considering, well, actually, you know what? It has a lot of melee for a head as well. It's what, 1200, 1300? Okay. I think I might ticket this part to slap it onto my Lupus Rex as like a sub part just for that trait. Okay. Solid part. Solid part. It's got a healthy amount of shot attack, nothing top tier. Good amount of melee, nothing top tier. A nice trait that's usable on practically everything, so if you get your hands on it, you can backslot it if you need to. No real complaints. With dual sabers, enemy EX skill power reduced. Again, this would be something I put onto a second or third suit, a support type, not my primary. But enemy EX skill power reduction is effectively the holy grail, as if you manage to get 100% enemy EX skill damage reduction, which is possible to do if I remember correctly, the only thing they have left to hurt you with is autos. So yeah, that's nice. They can't beat you if you don't take damage. Pro tag, close combat, nice. Numerically, 6, yeah, about 6. So 1300 shot attack and 1700 melee. For torso, the standard pool, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Arms, ooh, is that a hack? Nope, recovery tool. Squad recovers 48%. Okay, so that's a full team heal right there. Nice. So we got a medic part right here. That is definitely something we put onto a suit with a support pilot, as it'll reduce, if I remember correctly, it reduces the cooldown for those, which is dope. So, did you do alteration for Strike Freedom or Infinite Justice? I actually alterated the entire Strike Freedom minus the swords, because I ran out of tools. So yeah, it's a pretty strong suit now. I can break 60k pretty consistently. Yeah, it is an interesting placement in the arms for this, but yeah, it's nice to see a recovery tool that's team-wide. Numerically, it's got some decent melee attack. It's got some decent shot attack. What the heck is going? What are you doing? You're carrying over 4,200 melee attack, and you're carrying over 1,800 shot. On top of her protag. For standard part, this is pretty friggin' solid, frankly. Yeah, damn. It's got numbers, it's got a heal on it. You could put that on your primary suit, back slot the EX skill out. You could put it onto a sub suit, keep the EX. Dang. Dang, that's nice. Alright, legs. With speed attribute, EX skill power boosted. Okay, very easy to get speed attribute, and you get an EX skill power boost. Mwah. Fantastic. Numerically, this one's going to be a little weaker than the 00 Diver. The shot attack is crazy. So what, 1,400 shot attack after conversion, protag 4 base. Really weird that it has protag and 4 base and has so much shot on it, but I guess the pilot was kind of like, at least on the impulse forced silhouette, he was gung-ho as heck. Huh. You could argue Shin was impulsive. Kill me. Okay. Not a bad set of legs. Got some nice shot. The melee's a little lacking, but all things considered, it's more or less standard for what you'd expect in the standard pool. So, okay. Animations are up on the Twitter. Just reminding, I may actually have issues showing that to you guys, and the only reason being is because since I'm back on one monitor, I don't really have a good way to show you the Twitter videos without like toasting my processor with, because like, you know that if you stream a screen that's showing, you get like that mirror effect going down. I'm just worried about what that's going to do, because the app that I use to connect my phone to my computer right now, the built-in Windows 10 Connect thing, it died on me when I was doing the pre-stream download for the patch. I have no idea why. I'm using a new router and everything, so it may just be something with the throughput on it. So I'm just concerned about what's going to happen if I start throwing a bunch of data through the network. I guess worst case scenario, I crash the stream. I can think of worse fates than that, frankly. We'll do it. We'll see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Famous last words. A plus C. Alright, C power is not the best, but this is one of those ranged melee attacks where you swing the sword and it lets out like that air shockwave. The C power obviously kind of neuters the amount of damage it's going to do, but at least, you know, you have the option. Not the best one. Numerically, you're looking at 6 carryovers, so 1,200, 1,300 shot attack, and what, 1,300 melee? Not bad for a backpack. Protag 4 base again. Alright, well the backpack exists, that's for damn sure. When armor is 60% or more, job gauge increase boost. I still don't think job gauge is like really anything worth worrying about. Again, each to their own. Protag close combat, solid for a pair of swords. Numerically, yeah, it's a sword. We have a lot of single beam sabers in the pool right now, like a lot of them. So you really have your pick of the litter as to what you want. You know, what tags, stats, trait, EX skill. So yeah, this really doesn't add anything new to it. Okay, folding whoa, a folding laser anti-armor knife. I don't recall him ever using laser-coated folding knives in the Impulse. I know that this suit was built off of the original Strike frame, so it has the armor schneiders in the leg, but I never saw them with lasers. It makes sense, though. Just never saw them with them. I'm translation error. It's called folding razor. That kills me on the inside, man. Like, it gets me. How do you have a translation error like that? Dang, son. Anyways, speed attribute, melee power boosted by 30%. Easy to get speed, you get your melee boost. And there's a lot of things that have the dual blade boost. Now, as always, I have to directly compare this to Gerber's Straight Tiger Pierce. Yeah, it's not better. Moving on. MA Bar 72 High Energy Beam Rifle. Yeah, man, I don't know why you put the whole name in there, especially considering we have so many like beam rifles that have designations that were just ignored up to this point. So I don't see the point of adding it in now. This job gauge is about to be a lot more important. You can supercharge 3 selected traits when you use the limit break. Ah, I actually need to go read those patch notes, so I may actually do that after the Twitter videos, because I've been really out of the loop with this game over the last month. I've been busy. Busy boy. With rifle category equipped, enemy shooting power reduced. We've talked about this except for melee before, so I'm not going to repeat myself. Nice support trait. Pro tag for base numerically. Yeah, it's a beam rifle. Again, we have tons of options in this non-limited pool, so like it's got some stiff competition. When pro tag, strong melee reduction is not really a big deal. That's just the last swing of a melee combo, or if they do their dashing towards you with the right job, they can do a power swing right away, but it's not really that big a deal. Pro tag, close combat. Alright, bog standard. Numerically, wow, that's a lot of shot attack. That's what, 1,100 shot attack with a gear carryover and like 700, 800 melee. That's decent numbers for a shield, actually, all things considered. The trait, though, not terribly amazing. Tags are nice for melee builds, though. Honestly, I'd say with the new Impulse variant, I'd say the head kind of brought the most unique stuff to the table. So again, you know, whatever works best for your builds and what you got going on. But yeah, the diver was neat though. Nice numbers, nice numbers. All right, let's take a look at our pilots. We're gonna start with Ride Mass. Weird name. With technique attribute, enemy all power reduced. Now, that's a really nice trait, actually. So, all power reduced. This is everything. This just straight up looks at somebody and says, you're now 13% weaker. In the lower end bracket of things, it's not going to make that big of a difference. But in the higher bracket, where, you know, people are running around with 70, 75k, 13% actually does a lot. Considering he's also 3-star, numerically, obviously, he's nothing to write home about. He brings 4 desert and heavy armor not being one of the more common tags. That's actually a really neat little 3-star. Good job. You're actually better than a good chunk of 4-stars. Feel proud of yourself, little buddy. Alright, Rondo Mina Sahaku, the other crazy one. With speed attribute, EX skill piercing boosted. I'm not the biggest fan of EX skill piercing. I know some people are. That is pretty much the chance of your EX skills being able to make the opponent stagger. Close combat Gundam type. Okay, interesting word tag choices. Numerically, alright, that's some choice numbers. So it's a balance type, hovering at about 1500 before you, you know, get it all the way up there. So they're not going to be breaking any records, but it gives you a nice little balanced unit. I would put this kind of at the middling stage for a 4-star. It doesn't approach the top end, you know, for a stat, like Anne or Dolman or anything like that, and it doesn't hit the niche traits like Galileo with his Mr. Bodwin, his all power boost, but kind of in the middle, where it's interesting, the stats are okay, and the word tags are workable. Most of the IBO pilots have had a unique or solid trait. You are right on that one. It's interesting, actually. Man, I really gotta stop shaking this table, but it's really difficult because I got so used to doing it before. Okay, so next up on our to-do list here, we're gonna check out the alterations. Got really thirsty there. Anyways, we're going to check out the alterations, and then after that we're going to check out the Twitter videos, and then I will go poking for the patch notes, and I guess we'll take a look at that. Oh right, the no name. Thanks for reminding me. Is this the no name? Yeah, it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to go... Okay, we're going to go look at the Astray no name, and then we're going to go into the alterations, and then we're going to start with the permanent, and then switch over to the limited. I think that's the best way to approach this. Gundam Astray no name. Typically, there's never a video for, build project suits, so don't hold your breath. Nitro system. Analyze the field. Raise your speed. Raise your... So you get 20% speed boost. You get a 49% shot attack boost, which is currently the highest in the game. You get a 30% melee defense boost on top of that. And you get an extra 25% vernier capacity. The vernier and the speed, not that big of a deal to me. But 30% melee defense boost and 49% shot attack boost? Hello? Am I taking crazy pills? Okay. Ace exclusive. Nice. 4 computers. Could be better, but workable. Numerically, 0 armor, so don't get hit. And it has some good shot attack. It doesn't break 10k, but with that EX skill, you could just backslot this and call it a day, frankly. What the heck? Oh, reduces your melee defense by 30%. Oh, is my mic a little soft? Really? It's picking up really high on my computer. Give me a sec then. Sound settings. How do we do this again? Sounds, that was it. Actually, yeah, I think my mic's actually boosted to... Oh no, it's not, it's at 51. Let me just push up to 60. Let me know if that's a little better for you. Okay. Anyways. Reduces your melee defense by 30. Thing is, it doesn't bring any armor. So in the first place, using this, you really don't want to get hit. Now, the 49% shot boost is really interesting to see on this. Let's take a look at the rest of the parts here. With technique attribute, shooting power boosted. I'm getting a vibe here from this suit. Okay, Ace exclusive, 4 computers. Wow, for torso, this is some stupid shot attack. What? 2800 shot attack pre... What the f... Wow. That's gonna be some numbers, man. That's gonna be some friggin' numbers. Yeah, hey guys, welcome back. Yeah, it's not just no name, it's not don't get hit. Now, I actually kind of want this suit, because frankly, I like the design a lot. I just don't have the Haro. It hurts. Anyways, Back to this. Yeah, okay, so numerically, this thing is stacked for shooting. Gets traits that boost shooting. Oh boy. Well, Ace exclusive, EX skill power boosted. Who could complain? That's even better. Numerically, yeah, nope, that's a lot of shot attack. That's pushing 2200 shot attack on a pair of legs with Ace exclusive and high firepower. Spicy. And the backpack, what do you got for us? Deploy no-name unit. A plus D. Raise speed of your squad and raise shot attack further. And that stacks with its awakening. That is terrifying. Oh boy. Yeah, and numerically, because it combines the back and the arms, you're looking at some stupid high numbers. Yeah. I wish this suit didn't look so cool. I think that's my problem here. Okay, so what do we need? You need 2 of everything. They don't let you skip out. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Alright, well, let's go look at the alterations. We'll start with the permanent Force Impulse, the big edition, and see where we go. Back parts, outfighter job. Oh man, they added a terrible second trait. And obviously the numbers are a lot larger now because it's big. I'm pretty much going to treat this the same as I do any alteration. I'm just going to see what gets added to the trait or EX skill, because I shouldn't have to tell you that the stats have improved. And don't forget, this is the new 1/100th system, so if you have yet to alter a big suit, this gives you a larger scaled part. Because if I remember correctly, our current models are 144, these are 1/100. So, yeah. Torso. Enemy EX skill power reduced and speed melee power boosted. Hey, you know what? That second trait's actually pretty dope. Pretty dope. The first one's still not that great, but at least it's workable if you put it onto a combat, like a front DPS suit now, just because it does get that melee boost. Recovery tool, 68% heal. Nice. That'll bring you back from the dead. Before 60 seconds pass, 33% chance not to recoil. I'll pass. Thanks though. The thought's appreciated. Alright, so you remember how I was talking about the shockwave and how it wouldn't really do enough damage? Now it's got B plus power, you know, obviously A plus pierce, so it will actually hit hard. And as this is a technical ranged melee attack, okay, sword. You get an extra 20% stats when you backslot big parts. Yeah, like I said, I really shouldn't have to explain that people get bigger numbers using these parts. It's a lot like alterations. And I assume that most people coming in to watch this have at least some basic knowledge of these parts, unless they're like brand new players. In which case, you know, you should probably read up on the big system. But yeah. With close combat, enemy melee power reduced. Interesting. I wouldn't waste alteration parts on that personally, but okay. So you get your melee power boost and 26%. Okay, so this is an interesting case. Normally, I don't like the penetrating super armor because I prefer there being a trait that actually does something offensive oriented. Surprise. Thing is, this kind of is the best of both worlds. Not only do you get a really nice and healthy melee power boost by being speed attribute, but you now have over a 1 in 4 chance of your attacks penetrating super armor and causing stagger. So this does actually give both things to your suit. I don't have any complaints about this second trait. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good upgrade. No, I meant the lung press. With rifle category, enemy shooting power reduced after 10 seconds pass, reduced cooldown by 50%. So if you're fighting, let's say, one of the big multi-mission bosses, that 10-second timer may or may not be useful. If you're facing if you are fighting something or facing something like Satan Gundam that has effectively phases, the 10-second cooldown may actually be useful for you. If you're fighting something that just has a single health bar, let's say Zam, maybe not so much, because you could burst that down practically instantly with the right EX skills. So this is situational, but it can be very useful to be able to reduce your cooldowns by 50%. Can be, remember, it all depends on your build. And the mobile shield, what do we got from you? Strong melee power reduced and special shock crit rate. Yeah, you didn't get anything interesting. Okay. Wait, Unicorn Gundam? What? Oh, it's the Phoenix alteration. It came back. Cool. Okay. So we're gonna look at the... Wait, really? And the 7 Sword got an alteration too? These are reruns, right? I'm not taking crazy pills, yeah? I'm pretty sure I've talked about those before. Reruns indeed. Good. Whew. I was panicking. I was worried I'd have to sit here forever and talk about alterations again. I remember that 2.5-hour stream. It's like PTSD, man. Okay. So, we'll look at the no-name and see what this brings to the table with his upgrade. Okay, so before I click on this, I'm going to assume that the 49% shot attack boost magically becomes 59. I would say 69, but that seems almost juvenile. 54. What was that? There was another suit that did this. I should have remembered. Anyways, that's a stupidly big boost. 10 out of 10. And no other numbers really changed on this besides, yeah, that was it. Okay, cool. Bigger buffs, bigger numbers. And it breaks 10k now after full buffs. Yep, that's a pretty solid awakening that there is. With technique attribute, shooting power boosted, and back part EX skill power boost. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, no. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that works. Shooting power boost and shooting power boost. Just remember, guys, it says melee attack down 10%. Oh, this is different wording. I thought it was going to be another melee damaged raise thing. Look at me, not reading before I speak. Melee attack down, so you're trading 10% of a stat that you're most likely not building with the no-name, and you get a 35% boost to your shoot. That's some good returns. You get 3.5 times back. Well, more, honestly, unless you're running a 1-to-1 build. Cool. The arm part EX skill power boost. You know, that's actually a very interesting question. I'm pretty sure that when a part says it's boosting, let's say the arm EX skill power, the primary slot needs to be the arm. When it has plus arms or plus shield, that is, I don't think that gets calculated in when it's using an EX skill from a specific slot. I would try it to be sure, but I'm almost certain that's how it works. Deploy the no-name unit. S. Yep. I got no real complaints about the no-name, frankly. That thing's, well, you know, it's a build project suit. It's going to be ridiculous until, you know, the next big suit rolls along. Okay. So we've looked over the shop, the suits, the pilots, the welfare. All that's left is the Twitter videos and the patch notes. That was it. Okay. So, Twitter videos. Let's go. Now, I am gonna just ask for your guys' understanding with this, as much like everything else on this stream, it's gonna be a little janky, I guess is the best way to put it. First of all, no, I don't care. I wish I could turn that notification off, but I really can't. Now, I don't know how this is going to work. And that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. And it looks like everything is fine. So you guys should be able to see this now. I'm going to assume you can. I can't actually tell. So. And the only reason I can't tell is because, yeah, I can't tap back into my OBS. So I'm just going to pretend it's working, and hopefully it does. Yeah. It's the shockwaves, what we expected. And the other one was just, what, an awakening, was it? I can't even remember anymore. Yeah, it's the heal. Okay. That's not what I wanted to have happen. And the other suit. Alright, this one I'm actually looking forward to seeing what happens. Yeah, so if you whiff the beginning combo, at least you have the throw at the end for it, but we've seen it a dozen times. It's pretty cool. And it doesn't look like he took any damage from that. What was his HP before he used it? Yeah, okay, so you don't take damage from it. Cool. Well, that's just kind of a bog standard EX then. I'll take it. Where's my GBW? There it is. Cool. Okay. Now to catch up with the chat real quick here. Yeah. Where were you? I was moving because work-related stuff, but that's temporarily stopped. And like I said, I'll be most likely moving again within a couple of months to a few months. So, yeah. Although that downtime will be significantly shorter than this one. Because now all of my stuff is in boxes. Literally, like, I'm not even kidding you. The only things I have unpacked is one monitor, basic setup for streaming, and I have a backpack in the corner of my room that has my laptop, a bunch of cables, and some chargers. Everything else I own is in a box. So, second move will be much faster. Okay, so, patch notes. That's the last thing I want to look at. You guys have probably looked at it all already, but I have not. So, now I'm curious, is it actually in here? No, it's not. I'm going to assume it's on the dev site then. Oh, there it is. No, that's 2.3. 2.4 is not on here. Cool. Let me bring it up real quick then and we'll look it over. I think this is the domain? I can't remember anymore. That's the old 2.3 update. Yeah, no. Somebody got a link to it? Throw it at me at Discord real quick. So I can't remember for the life of me where the will come to you. No thanks. Pass. Shouldn't be too hard to find it. I'm in nobody's basement. Don't even say that, Storm. That's terrible. Terrible. I know somebody's linked the friggin' site before for this stuff, and now I can't find it. Well, good thing all the core stuff's done with, because, yeah, don't mind me, gentlemen. I guess I should just search 2.4 real quick. There it is. Cool. Is that the right one? That's the right one. Okay. Okey-doke. And back to OBS. Desktop. Cool. Enjoy the duplication. That's not what I wanted to click. That's what I wanted to click. Alright, 2.4. Let's take a look at this update. Custom abilities. Oh, nice. Alright. So this is what you were talking about, yeah. Interesting. Ugh. Oh, it's just no. That is terrifying. Although I guess you can just start doing welfare's parts for now that you have an EX10. I guess that's the only way to really do it. Don't forget to take advantage of the growth hanger. I'd love to, but you know, it gives almost no EXP at a time. I really wish that we got some of those big, like the purple tickets or something. Mark acquisition. You can trade 10 marks at once for 5,000. Oh, thank God. I have like 300k build points I need to burn through. So... And yeah, an auto destroy. Nice. Campaigns. Nice free stuff. More campaigns. Alright. So I'm guessing their big one here, the big addition that they're putting in is these custom abilities, which will be nice. Okay. It was actually like a really straightforward thing, so GBGW, cool. All right, well, those patch notes are pretty dang straightforward. Now, I think with that, we're pretty much done. There's nothing left I can really talk about here. We've gone over all the new content, gone over, yeah, everything. Well, it was nice seeing you guys all again. I will most likely do... What about the Strike Freedom? I'm not going to do a video for... I'm not about to sit here and recap the last month of content I missed. I don't want to be up until 5 a.m., 6 a.m. doing this. Anyways, so yeah, I will most likely do my video on Sunday again and kind of get back into the groove. You'll definitely see me here next week for the stream. Are you wailing on No Name? Now... It's interesting. As much as I want the no name, I also know that within a couple of months, a better suit's going to come down the line. What I might do is just sit on it and wait, because we've seen already, there's been some banners that have come out where previous build project suits became gachaable to a certain degree. I think, as much as I like the no names look, I'm just going to wait for that to come out. A banner for it. And the only reason being is, even if I roll it now, it's just going to get power crept, and I only really like the physical appearance of it. You know, the EX skills are nice, but it's not something I desperately need. I have more than enough shot and melee power as it is on my main builds to make ends meet, and you know, clear whatever content I need to. So anything else at this point is just gravy. So I'd rather save, especially after Kshatriya destroyed me. Can't believe I missed the head, man. I'm like getting really bad flashbacks about the original Kshatriya and I couldn't get the arms. Now it's the head that's elusive. There's just no winning with that suit for me. Anyways, guys, Peace out. Not going to keep you here any longer. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.